know where everyone else is.
Oh, they're all down, they're all scattered along there.
No, coffee's up here, that's where we are.
Yeah, that's where I'm heading to.
Yeah.
Months ago we had a tragic event where we lost a rider on these streets. It wasn't a beginner rider, it was a very experienced rider. It was a group situation and he clipped the wheel in front of him, which threw him off his bike into the path of oncoming traffic. This is something that's an absolute tragedy, but it can happen so quickly. So again, listen to your pack leader. If he tells you to change a group or it's worthwhile considering, please do so and be safe out there.
So Derek, Vice President of Coral Coast Riders. So what are we all up to today, mate?
Well, we're all here for the 11th running of the Jungle Ride for Kind for kids in need of donation. And again, Coral Coast Riders is providing moto support to keep the pack safe. We've got approximately 300 bush bike riders. So we're going to provide escort vehicles, medics, and just generally look after the welfare of the riders because it's an open road and they have traffic to contend with, so we try to keep them safe while we do this. What will happen is the organisers break the cyclists up into packs of approximately between 20 and 30, and so we have motorcycles that will shepherd each pack just to ensure that there's no obstacles or any other issues. And then we've got a couple of roving bikes that provide medical services and things of that nature.
Oh, well. All right. All right, mate. Enjoy your day.
Will do. Thanks.
Well, looking forward to this beautiful day in Port Douglas.
It is. It's brilliant.
I've killed the radio, but
Phil here, how's the morning going, mate, so far?
So far it's been quite outstanding actually. Look at the beautiful weather that we got, you know. I think there's a top of 28 today, and yeah, all the teams have been filtering out all in good course, and so far so good. This is our second refresh stop, so yep. This is Wonga Beach, the next one along with the Daintree ferry.
So they're over there hiding in the shade trying to cool down.
That's it, yeah, it's a nice bright day today. I'm not sure what the temperature is right now, but yeah, we're getting up to 28, possibly 30 I think. So.
The perfect motorcycle weather
Oh,
anyway.
it's just too good not to be out here, really, isn't it?
Another reason to be part of the Coral Coast Riders group, yeah?
That's the go, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, get out riding your bike, enjoying the sunshine, and
Yeah, having some fun.
Well, so far there's only been one incident that I'm aware of.
Yeah, what was that?
We had, I believe it was at the bridge with the railway lines. Basically got both their wheels in the train tracks.
That was
And-
dangerous. I saw it on the motorbike and went, whoa.
Yeah, he came off, and neither Mick or myself were there, but there was a hip specialist there with him, and so they sent him off for x-rays.
Wow.
So
okay.
Didn't look too bad. He was on the ground when I was there because we were on that pack, and then he basically was up. By the time I come back and warned the next pack to slow down through there, he was standing up. He was hobbling around.
how you doing?
I'm really happy with
Good, good. How are we going, boys?
Very well,
Oh,
thanks.
Mate,
How are the,
it's a horrible day for a ride.
It is. This volunteering for Coral Coast Riders isn't so bad, is it?
No, it's always good. Every time I've done it, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. How many rides have you done? How
This
many
is
of
my
them?
first White Lion. I've done 3 of the GBRs.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So-
Yep. So we had a little incident on the bridge, I believe.
Yeah, I turned up. Well, by the time I turned
Somebody
up,
hit the tracks, didn't
yeah,
they?
they hit
Yeah.
the tracks and they came down hard on their right hip. I think bit of bark off arms and legs. But there was 2 doctors in the group, so I turned up and I go, "You're right." Oh, fine,
Sorted.
you look after us. Yeah. So yeah, he's gone off to get X-rays. So the doctor.
So they warned everyone about that
Yeah,
particular
yeah,
bridge,
well,
but if you're in the wrong spot,
Yeah. Look, I don't even like crossing tram tracks on a motorbike.
bike, yeah, same.
Hey everybody, 3 cheers for the volunteers who did the lovely launch. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
So yeah, we basically just provide the motos,
Yeah.
and our team is fairly well experienced in dealing with cyclists and things. So
But you
we
see,
know
that's
what's
great and very
required.
reassuring then for the cyclists.
Yes,
You know,
that's what we're here for, is peace
Yeah.
of mind for the
To
cyclist
mind them.
participants.
Yeah.
And we're basically making sure
Yeah.
that you guys know that you're looked after out on the road should anything untoward happen.
Yeah, no, it makes you feel safer with them there.
Yep.
Because some of the cycles we do at home in Ireland have, like yourselves, what are the bike marshals? It's a company.
Yep.
So you're obviously visiting.
We're here on holiday.
Are you?
Yeah, we come over to
Fantastic.
do the cycle.
So enjoy.
Sean is my brother.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and Mary, our sister.
Gotcha.
So, well, we said we were coming over, and of course they had a plan a cycle. So here we are.
As you do.
It's done now.
In a beautiful Irish summer that you've got here.
Well, we're used to this weather.
Oh, Justine, well done. Do it for the girls. Well done.
All right, so we're here at the Jungle Ride for Kind Day in Port Douglas, and I'm with Danielle, who's
The president.
of Kind. So, Danielle, can you explain what today was all about? And
Sure. So basically today we had about 230 riders. It's a charity ride, and it's all towards fundraising for our charity Kind, which is a local charity. Kind stands for Kids in Need of Donations. So up here in the far north Queensland, any child that actually has a life-threatening, serious, long-term illness, they actually have to get down to a closest major hospital, which is usually Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne. So we're pretty remote. We live in a beautiful part of the world, but when it comes to looking after our children, they need to get down there. So basically, Kind formed, Kids in Need of Donations. We formed 11 years ago today, and basically created this charity. There's 6 of us on a committee, and we fundraise all through the year, every year, trying to raise funds. So we basically help the families out. Anything that the government doesn't pay for, we help out the family. So we pay for airfares, accommodation, food, taxi vouchers to and from the hospital, because it just gets phenomenal.
was there one particular instance that prompted this?
That started it?
11 years ago. There's usually something that
Yeah,
starts
so
these.
we're a small town, we're a
Sure.
small community, and I've been involved for 9 years. Kind's been around for 11, and 11 years ago there was 2 local families. One of them, they both had cancer. It was quite serious, the children, and one of the families was well known, and the other family wasn't. And the well-known family had this huge fundraiser, and they, got a lot of funds to help out this child. The other family didn't. So that family and a few local friends said, let's form a charity that we can help all the children. So that's how it formed, which is awesome.
Fantastic.
So yeah, and currently we're looking after 18 families just in this town in the Douglas Shire. So yeah.
That's fantastic. So
Yeah.
do you have any other charity events apart from this?
Yep, this is our major one.
Yeah.
We've been involved with Jungle Ride for the last 4 years.
Yep.
Jungle Ride's been running for 11 years as well, quite ironically, like Kind.
Yep.
Originally it went to a charity called the White Lion. It was called the White Lion event, and that was a charity based in Melbourne. And about 4 years ago, I got approached by one of the local committee members from Cairns saying, how about we keep it local and give back to the local area, because the ride's happening here.
Sure.
So that's how we came about to jump on board to help the Jungle Ride, and now for the past 2 years, Kind's ran it entirely. So this is our major fundraiser. It's a huge event. We need to find about 60 volunteers for the day. 250 riders plus helpers plus family.
So you mentioned volunteers, and today, of course, I've been riding around through the pack doing some video work for Coral Coast Riders and yourself, and
Yes.
and I've noticed the volunteers at all the rest stations, the drink stations and food stations. So they're obviously all just out of the community here, and they'll probably, are they keen cyclists themselves, or not necessarily? Are they just all
No.
walking from all walks?
So look, yeah, as I said, about 60 volunteers, but honestly, Coral Coast Riders, we could not do this event without them. They supply half of our escort packs every single year, plus medics, plus moto, plus water, plus videos. Like, it's just incredible what this other non-for-profit, organisation help us with. So we could not do it without them. The other guys, it's all our local friends that are
Sure.
assisting because they know what Kind's about and they
Yep.
want to help Kind. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, we really couldn't do it without Coral Coast Riders.
And
Fantastic.
if I can speak on behalf of Phil and Van and Derek,
Yep.
the three admin from,
Yes.
yeah, I know that they thoroughly enjoy, and they're always onto us to come and help and contribute and so forth, and we,
Yep.
as volunteers, we gladly
Yes.
contribute. So
Yes.
look, congratulations on another fantastic event.
Yep.
And yeah, and no doubt we'll see you next year.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Tina.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Well, we're here in Port Douglas on the annual Jungle Ride for Kind charity cycle ride, and I've the absolute privilege of having a chat to Aussie cycling legend Mr. Stuart O'Grady. Stuart, what's your involvement with this event, and how often have you participated?
Yes, I'm a ride ambassador, the ambassador for the event, and a lady that used to work for the Tour Down Under down in Adelaide, Jenny Daly, thought she'd just kind of reach out and just kind of raise the profile.
Roped you in.
Pretty much, but it's a pretty nice place to get roped into.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah, she asked if I'd be interested, and since I've been retired, I'm kind of enjoying riding around locations I haven't been before or got the chance to ride my bike. So, the opportunity to ride from Port Douglas to Cape Trib and back. Yeah, why not? While helping out the community. So
How did the team from Coral Coast Riders shape up, in your opinion?
they
from
do
as far
an
support
awesome
group?
job. They really do. Been to plenty of organised rides, Grand Fondo style events, mass participation, and this one actually, honestly, by far does a better job than any. They've got motorbikes everywhere. There's constantly guys coming past, and, with fluoro jackets saying, Coral Coast, and it's also really important for the other drivers out there to see that there's an event on. You're not just a bunch of riders taking up the road and
It's a good point.
frustrating
Yeah,
you. So
it gives a bigger,
it's just a bit more
bigger
awareness.
impact, yeah.
But we had an incident today where a guy crashed and broke his hip, and you got the motorbike paramedic
They're on the
there
spot.
in minutes. It's great to have the photographers obviously in the film. It's really important for the sponsorship.
Absolutely.
And awareness. So again, without them, you wouldn't have an
Wouldn't
event.
exist. Well, mate, thank you very much for taking time out to have a chat. And
worries.
and look, you're a legend in the cycling world, but you're also a legend as a bloke to actually come out and volunteer your time to do this. So, on behalf of everyone from far north Queensland and all those families that are in need of this charity, thank you.
My pleasure.
Good on you.
No
Cheers, mate.
worries.
Love very much. Call Stuart O'Grady to come up. Don't clap yet while Stewie's walking up. Stewie has came on, been our ambassador for the last 4 years. We're all drinking too much, but that's good. So I'm just quickly going to pass it on to Stewie. Say a couple of words. Thank you, Stewie.
Thank you. Right. Now, firstly, it's that bloody hurt today. It didn't get any easier. But no, it's the 4th year I've been privileged to come up, and I've got to say big thanks. I have a lot of communication with Anne-Marie on the email, but all the committee, Danielle, Dave, Danielle for lending me their car. I forgot my bike pump. How do you do that? Well, we've got 3 kids up here, so yeah, sidetracked. No, I'd just like to say big thanks to everybody for looking after us when we are up here. It made us feel really welcome and at home. But also, it really is, and I did say this earlier, one of the best organised events that I've been a part of. Volunteers, the motorbikes, the awareness out on the road. There seemed to be a real lot of traffic on the way back today, but the motorbikes with the high vis on, that looks after us out there on the road. There was an accident, but that wasn't their fault or anybody else's really. But yeah, it's just great to be up here again. Well done to everybody for doing the 90 or the 120 or the 180, because it all hurts, it really does. And it's just such a fantastic event, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Stewie. Well done. And thank you very much to Seth, Kira and Tony. Seth's children that have come up. Seth, this is his 3rd year in a row, I think. He rode. As I said, 60 volunteers every year I need to find. We could not run this event without the Coral Coast Riders. These guys have been involved with the Jungle Ride for about 5 years, but they do the Ironman, they do all these other rides that I don't even know because I'm not a road biker. They supplied about 15 people this year. Every year they supply that. That's half of my escorts that I need to run. So thank you very, very much, Phil, Vanessa, Derek. These guys are exactly like we are. They do the love of it. They do it all voluntary. We do make quite a bit of money every year. The last year we made a great amount of money, so we would actually like to give you guys a donation this year of $1,000 just to give back to your club, so to assist you in all what you do. So thank you very much.